Hello everyone, Samuel Ryman here, and this was my first ever race on iRacing at the Hungaroring, and it was a very eventful one indeed. I am that yellow and red car starting in position number 6 of a 25 car single split, and so let's get a trace camera going here so we can see what happens. Watch the car in 5th place just spins his wheels right at the start. Now, I take advantage of that and move over to the left hand side of the circuit. I saw what Botas did earlier this year. I don't want any of what's going on the right-hand side. I think cars are going to run into each other. Position 4 is very early on the brakes into the turn, so I get 4th place going into turn 1. Now, as we go through turn 2, watch the car in 2nd place. He has a big handful of oversteer, tries to correct it, overdoes it, gets in the wall, and you are about to watch him exit stage right now. Bang! Into the wall. I am in 3rd position, and that is where we are going to end lap number 1 in 3rd place. Now, the tyres are still cold, and I'm also being pressured a little bit by the number 9 from behind. Also, this is my first ever race at the Hungaroring, so I'm going to make some mistakes. Unfortunately, this was a pretty significant one to make. I run wide, go off course, that's a slow down penalty right there, and since the number 9 is right behind me as I go across the track to serve it, I am going to lose that 3rd position. While we're talking about numbers, let's catch up with the number 3 car because he started a little bit further back in the pack and he probably should have. And here he goes, going to battle this car for a couple of turns. This is actually a pretty entertaining one to watch. But he has a lot of pace and eventually he gets 5th place. And by the end of a lap, he is on me for 4th position as well. I think he gets me into turn 1 here. Here we go. So that drops me back to 5th on, what is it, lap number 3 now? I think so. Let's go ahead and go to lap number 4. I'm still in 5th position. I know it seems that there's a lot of cars in front of us, but a couple of them are lapped cars. But here we are. I'm in 5th. I'm battling for 4th place here on the outside of the number 9. I only lost a position to the number 9 in the first place because I was serving a slowdown penalty. Still my bad, but I do have a bit of a pace advantage over him. So here in turn 2 and turn 3, I do eventually complete this pass. However, you guys might recognise this number 9 car from the thumbnail, and so I think you all know what's about to happen at the top of a hill here. Yeah. Maybe I was a bit early on the brakes than I should have been, but it's early stages. I felt that was a bit unnecessary. He apologised. I didn't really accept it. I mean, I had a better finishing position than him because he gets involved in the crash later on. We might see that later. My F3 was telling me there were a lot of cars by me. I only got one monitor, so I probably didn't need to do all that, but I wanted to be safe. That just dropped me back to 16th place. By the end of a lap, here we are, starting lap number 5 now. I'm able to take 15th place down the inside of this black car. I'm obviously much faster than the cars at the tail end of the field, this being a single split race. That being said, this number 20 orange and white car does not want to let me by. And we might want to stick with this for the next couple of laps, because I get very frustrated during all this. So what would you do if you were me? Probably attempt to pass up a hill here, wouldn't you? Maybe I could have tried to have got a better run on him. The problem is it's very easy to defend on the inside going up to turn 4. But watch this. That's a slowdown penalty. So I know he's got to serve that. I go to the right because I see him going out wide. Looks like he's going to serve his slowdown penalty on the right. So I go down over to the left. He's still got to serve his slowdown penalty. He's very early on the brakes in the chicane. He's trying to serve the slowdown penalty through the chicane is what he's doing. And I don't know at this point if he's intentionally blocking me. There's no radio communication. He never texted that he was trying to let me by or anything. And the indication I get is he's not trying to let me by. So yeah, I was getting quite annoyed here because I know I'm a couple of seconds a lap quicker than him. Oh yeah, incident up in front of us there. So that will get me... what's that, 14th place? Yeah, because we were in 16th, we're in 15th, 14th. So I'm trying to get him for 13th position now as we come to start lap number 6. Yeah. Kudos to the guy behind me for not trying to do anything stupid on me while I'm trying to figure this out. Here we go then. You'd think we finally got this, don't you? You'd be wrong. It just occurred to me my picture-in-picture might get in the way of this, but there's a briefest bit of contact there. That's the second time we've made contact, and as a result I wasn't able to get the exit that I desired. And we're still on the undesirable line. The car behind me is starting to think, oh, okay, maybe I should get involved in this. Holds me up a bit. Oh, we got one car off on the left here. I think by the time I do clear this 20 car, because I do clear this 20 car eventually, I'm up in 11th position. That's not slowdown. It's a 1x, I think, but not slowdown penalty. I get 15 incident points during this race. It's quite excessively high for me. The 20 car in front of me gets 18. I think we can fast forward actually through the next few turns because I don't really pose a threat to him until the end of the lap. I think it's the right-hander. This left-hander is flat out on this car. I think he bugs this corner up if I recall correctly. Yep, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna let you get away with that, but he kinda, I saw him going to the inside, so I went to the outside. Late on the brakes. There we go, we got him done. And just to finish off this story, this is what happens when we come across the line. I'm in 11th now. We're on lap number 7 of 15. Bye-bye 20. Too much rear brake. Alright, let's fast forward to... Oh, and the incident hid out because he hit 18 incident points. Alright, let's fast forward to my next pass. One car crashed out, so I'm in 10th. This is how I got 9th. Car overshoots the turn at the bottom of a hill. Bye-bye. Position number 9 as we come into the penultimate corner. Around the outside. P9. Starting lap number 12 of 15 here. I'm tucked up right in the slipstream of position number 8. As we go down the front straight, I get back onto the racing line, hoping he's over going to shoot on the inside. Guess what? He overshoots on the inside. Position number 8. And that's what off-camber corners do for you. That's really the last position I pass on merit. I should get 7th place on pure pace alone, but you'll see that's not how that ends up. So this is lap number 14 of 15. We are back into the final sequence of corners. That is position number 7 in front of me. Like I say, I probably would have got him on pace anyway, but he makes things a little bit more exciting by losing it through the penultimate turn. That was another 4x there. As I mentioned, I got 15 incident points. So what? We saw me run off once. That's the third car we've seen me make contact with. And I guess I had 2 more other off courses to tally up to 15. You may wonder why I'm keeping the replay on. Because that car in 6th place is far ahead of me. Not much longer. We get through the turn and he is spun around. However, he's recovering. And I didn't realise it at first. I started to take a racing line and then realised, oh wait, there's a car still there. Well, there wasn't anymore. I'm in 6th place. That's where I started. That's where I end up finishing. The only cars that beat me are 4 cars that started in front of me anyway, and 1 car that started at the back of the field and just blasted by the whole field. So probably this was where I was going to finish anyway. Definitely a very eventful welcome to Hungary, but a memorable one, that's for sure. Memorable. Hope you enjoyed the show.